going on, everyone? My name is Daniel Appel, and today is my first potentially daily vlog. Now, this is something that is just for me. If you're watching this video, if you stumble across it, that's great. I'm posting this, I guess, on a secret TikTok account that no one knows about. Not for any other reason other than to hold myself accountable this year. And my pastor yesterday said something really interesting, which I think applies whether you're a Christian or not, whether you believe in any religion or not, is really the best time to get started is right now. Why wait until January 1st, which is in like 3 days from now? If you're watching this, this is December 29th. Why wait till next Monday, the first January of the year, right? When all the gyms are going to be filled, when everything's going to be filled, when everyone gets started on their New Year's resolutions and all of that stuff. And we all have different goals, and I have a lot of goals this year, and one of those goals is just getting back in shape, healthy, right? I haven't really gone to the gym in like 4 or 5 months. I haven't really worked out in 4 or 5 months. I've been eating like garbage ever since I moved on my own. It is time to get back on track. So part of that is working out, and now I'm going to go on my first run in like 3 months, 2 months, which is not great, but what are you going to do? At this point, you just got to get started, right? So that's what we're going to do right now, and then going to do some laundry, do some adulting things. But yeah, the goal of this really is just to, create a piece of content every single day. I put my money where my mouth is and bought a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is a really nice little small compact camera that I can take around with me and not be too obtrusive to anybody else. So I'm looking forward to this. We'll see what happens, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know what's going to happen, but it should be fun nonetheless. Let's get it going. Well, run number 1 down, man. It is, I felt not running or doing really any super physical activity. I mean, I wouldn't consider what I was doing super physical activity, but I haven't done something like that in a couple months. So, man, it felt good, but also definitely feeling the lack of it right now. But with that said, the rest of the day, got to get some laundry done. That's about it today. Don't have a lot planned, but definitely need to do some laundry. Because I haven't done it in a couple weeks, and my apartment doesn't have one in the apartment itself. I have to go to the in-house laundromat, which isn't that far, but it's, just an inconvenience, right? A little bit of an inconvenience. Can't do it whenever I want. So, gonna go do that. Let's go. Done with that. Be back in 30 minutes to move my laundry over to the dryer. For now, I guess I could chill. I don't get too many chill days. Working multiple jobs for the last year and a half. I've just kind of always been working, but I don't actually have any work to do really. I finished the work I was going to do yesterday, so get to chill today. Might actually turn on my PlayStation for the first time in a long time. Maybe play some games, but we'll see. For now, let's just get back inside. In 2026, I think one of my big goals is just to get into my Bible more. It's something that I've always really struggled with. I've never been super into reading it, even when I was growing up in church world, going to church every week, multiple times a week, volunteering, the whole thing. I was in it. And then I fell out of it for a few years, and now I'm back in it. Still don't get into this. This is a brand new Bible I got a while back, and I really just need to get back into it. I've always struggled, what do I even read? And I saw this suggestion by somebody that I go to church with. It's I prefer reading on an actual Bible as compared to like my Bible app. There's nothing wrong with the Bible app. It obviously gets the job done for like 99.9% of people. I'm just someone in general who prefers to read on actual books and journal a little bit. So, but what I like to do to find something to read, because again, if you're like me, you're like, I didn't go to school for this. I don't even know where to start. It's like I can go look up a reading passage or whatever, right? Like I can go look up a plan for reading Mark or a plan for reading whatever. But for me, what I like to do is I'll go to the Bible app and I'll just find the verse of the day and I'll kind of start from there and I'll just read like a couple chapters, right? Nothing crazy. I try not to go overboard with it because I feel like if once you start getting into like we're reading full pageable books a day or something, you're gonna miss it. So today's verse of the day is, I say this in quotation, but it is the verse of the day on the Bible app is 1 Kings 8:6-1. So what I like to do is I'll go to my actual Bible. I know this seems silly, almost silly, like why don't you just read it straight off there? But I'll go to 1 Kings 8:6-1. And again, like I said, unfortunately, I'm not the most Bible tested in terms of knowing where each book is. I used to do this thing called Awanas, and we had to it was basically a literal Bible study for kids, and part of that was knowing all the books of the Bible, but that was a long time ago. What was it, 1 Kings? So 1 Kings, page 284. I'm not going to read it out loud, but I'm just... All right, 1 Kings, and it was 8:1. It was 8:1, right? I thought I remembered it, and I did. All right, 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 61. 6. I'm not going to say it. Chapter 8, verse 61. I'll just read this one, and then I'll get into my actual Bible reading. Verse 61. All right. And may your hearts and be fully committed to the Lord our God, to live by his decrees and obey his commands as at this time. Man, that's like, it sounds really sad, but like that's the first time I feel like I've read a Bible verse out loud since I was in a life group in high school like 8 years ago. Yeah, I think really what that means is like, yeah, like you have to be full into it. I think, for me, I struggle with this sometimes where it's like, and I struggle with this in high school where it's like, you're putting on a face almost, and you go to church on Sunday, but it's like, what do you do the rest of the week? And I think that gets talked about a lot at our church. And again, this is something that I'm not perfect in. I've tried to be better at, and that's definitely a goal of mine in 2026. It's like, it's not necessarily that you have to go around, Bible thumping everywhere, but it's just like, act how you would on Sunday, act how it is the rest of the week. And again, this is something I've always struggled with, and I still struggle with to this day. But I think this is like a kind of a perfect verse to really kick off. It's almost like a weirdly perfect verse to kick off. Maybe that's why the Bible app chose it, because this is like a perfect verse to kick off 2026, right? Just if you're a churchgoer, especially, like, I think it's important, whether you're Christian, Mormon, whatever, or even just another religion. I think it's important to preach what you preach Monday through Friday, what you listen to on Sunday. So with that said, I'm going to read the next couple chapters myself, and I'll see you guys in a second. One thing I hate that I'm doing, where scares me that I'm doing, is that I'm setting all these multiple goals. It's like, work out more, eat healthier, read my Bible every day, blah, 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 blah. One of those things, though, I guess it's not as many as I think. I guess it's work out and eat healthy, which is kind of like one thing, read my Bible more, and there's other small things, but and there's subcategories of why I do those things, but one of those things is journaling. I've journaled in the past. I used to journal. I went through 3 months of straight, just every day I was journaling something. And I think people get a little romantic about journaling and, it's so important. You have to journal every day. Write down your 10 goals for the day. Write down your 10 whatever. There's so many different ways to do it. But for me, it's just, I just write down, I don't have a word limit. I just kind of write down what I'm feeling, or write down, what I did that day, write down just goals or, whatever. I don't have a set schedule. Every day could look different, but journaling is definitely important. I actually do think it actually does help a little bit. I generally, can be a little bit of a cynic on most things. I think some things are a little silly, how important, how much does journaling actually help? But I actually do think writing down your day, your good parts of your day, the bad parts of your day, I think do help just kind of ease your mind a little bit, especially someone like me who probably has some sort of undiagnosed anxiety, ADHD, probably on the spectrum somewhere, just like relaxing and writing it down in a journal is super important. So, yeah, just wanted to point that out. So one of the things I do on the side is freelance, mainly do sports photography and videography, and with that comes sometimes when you make a video that you think is really good and you really like, but the client may not like the song choice, and you're just hoping that you choose a song that they like. And unfortunately, in this case, the video I made, that I actually think the song choice fit the video really well, but the client who's paying me disagrees, so obviously that means that I need to pick a new song, which basically means that I need to redo the entire video. So that is now what I'm going to spend my day doing, redoing basically this entire video. So it is what it is. That's the way these things go sometimes. Obviously not, super ideal. Was looking to just chill today, but the money I'm getting paid for this job is relatively to the work is pretty good. So happy to do it, but it is what it is. But first, I gotta go put my laundry in the dryer. So for context, normally obviously I don't edit on my couch like this. That would be crazy. My back, or my chalked back would be even more chalked. But basically, the edit I got was, one, the music needs to be changed, which if you are any sort of video editor, you know how annoying that is. But I made this video around this song, so now, I have to basically redo the entire video, and also I have to chill in slow motion a bit. That's not what he said, but that's basically what he said. He said too much slow motion. There's too many of the shots are all slowed down, which I think for the context of the song looks good, but obviously if you're doing a faster paced song or rap song, hip hop, whatever, it doesn't really fit. And then the end too got a note saying that they want more of not only this part where they go back in, which I realize now I don't have the last, which is like kind of a problem, is I cut this out because I don't think I have the shot of them actually in there. I think I just took the wide shot of it, so it is what it is. And then the final shot too, they want the sound isolated where it's just this in-game sound, it's not the music, which I cut out for a reason because he curses at the end a lot, so I had to cut that out. And also, I think the music fits, but either way, it doesn't matter. The client gets what the client wants, so gotta redo it right now, and that's how I'm gonna be now spending my Monday, redoing this entire video. I mean, at least I have the shots I want, but I mean, I have to go back and unspeed ramp everything, and I'm just going to start a new sequence and just kind of pull clips from there and basically kind of redo it, but hopefully not, but I'm just going to try to keep the shots in order, essentially, is my goal anyway. So hoping it doesn't take me more than like an hour or two, but we'll see. Okay, well that took way longer than I thought that was going to, but we have a new timeline now. So if you look, ignore the wires in the back. We have a new timeline. Not obviously anywhere near done, but at least it's ready to go. So now it's just like adding the transitions. I mean, obviously with less slow-mo means less work, to be honest, and I'm not one to add crazy effects, so it shouldn't take me too much longer, honestly, to edit a new video. But I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go get food. Well, I got to go get my clothes from my dryer and then go get some food. Alright, now that I don't look completely disheveled, I still look disheveled, but I mean, showered, ready to go get some food. Gonna go get a poke bowl. Have y'all ever had a poke bowl, man? They are fire. They are top quality. Something very interesting about vlogging in sort of public. Something I've always, I guess, struggled with. I mean, just like a lot of people, obviously, right? Like, you're talking into a camera. I don't think it's that weird anymore. I think more like, obviously, as time has gone on, there's more and more ways to post content, all that stuff. It's obviously less weird, but still, like, looking around like, who's looking? But it doesn't matter. Gotta go find the poke place. I think there's one like 5 minutes from me, 7 minutes from me. That actually is a good price. A lot of times these poke places, especially post-COVID, kind of gotten expensive for how much food you're getting, and it's not the best. But that's okay. I mean, obviously, you know, just I don't blame the poke places. I'm sure fish is expensive and the stuff itself is expensive, and you're wondering, that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, Poke Fusion is 13 minutes. I mean, that's not that bad. I'm sure, like, if you don't live near I just got used to living next to a mall that had quite literally everything. But yeah, that looks like the closest poke restaurant. 12 minutes away. Anyway, let's do it. Let's go get some poke. Alright, finally made it back. That was the longest, like, 13-minute or 20-minute drive total, even though it was 8 minutes back. But we got our poke. Also, what y'all know about these? What y'all know about these? Hold on. What y'all know about these? The Celsius packets. They have been very clutch. Saved me a lot of money because I am a caffeine fiend, but I don't drink coffee because I don't like coffee. So, yeah. Y'all can't see my face right now. One moment, but what you know about Poke Bowl, man? What you know? What you know about them? Shout out this place. Be hooking it up, man. Fire. Very rarely do you get that good of a Poke Bowl, but anyway, I'm gonna munch on this and then get back to that edit. Well, that took way longer than I anticipated. I thought I was almost done, and then I wasn't, and now I think I've finally completed. This timeline looks way more insane than I projected it to, and I'm happy with the video though. I think it's good. I think, you know, did some good things in it. Nothing crazy, nothing, you know, over the top or super crazy edit wise, but you know, I like it. So time to export it and post and upload it to Google Drive, send it over, and hopefully relax the rest of the night. It feels like it's been forever since I've had an opportunity to play a video game. I'm currently re-downloading Marvel's Spider-Man that came out on PS4 originally, now on PS5. I have the worst internet, so it's downloading slowly but surely. It's been doing it for the last like hour. Man, I miss having good internet, and the day I move out of this place will be a great day that I can get good internet again. But with that said, side note, this is also probably like one of my favorite games of all time. Like in terms of just the combination of the story and the gameplay, the first Marvel Spider-Man, I absolutely love. The music too, if you can slightly hear it in the background, it's great as well. I'm thinking about hopping on Hogwarts Legacy, but I think I'm just gonna wait and replay at least a little bit of the first. Alrighty, well, I think that'll do it for the night. Whoa. I think that'll do it for the night. I appreciate you guys watching today's video. If you guys made it this far, hit the like button, subscribe for more vlogs in the future. My name is Daniel Pell. I'll see you guys tomorrow.